we on occasion, we'll join in with the fun and at the Cowboys' expense.
Oh, yeah.
This year, I said it was the Eagles' division going in. I tried to talk myself into it. I did, and I feel pretty good about it. It also covers my tracks on the Raiders winning the AFC West thing, but
the less we can talk about that, the more.
Yeah, but it's all out there.
Yeah, it's like Appalachian State.
Sometimes we'll just jump in at the Cowboys' expense. But credit must be paid when it is due. And today,
please believe it,
that credit is due. Because there they were in MetLife Stadium last night, playing their first road game of the year. Playing their first road game of the year with a rookie left tackle. Playing their first road game of the year without Dak, without Michael Gallup, and without Dalton Schultz. They're without their starting quarterback, one of their top receivers, and their top tight end, just to name three. And they had Cooper Rush making the start in MetLife Stadium against a Giants fan base that showed up. And the Giants have shown out over the first 2 weeks, winning in Tennessee. Brian Daboll going for two and changing a lot of minds in the tenor of this team and the energy around the franchise, saying we're going for two in Tennessee, even though a field goal, an extra point will tie it. And that cascaded into the next week where they beat back Baker Mayfield and the Carolina Panthers, even though the game wasn't going their way in the second half. The sort of stuff that the Giants would just fold. And there they were last night, the New York Football Giants, keeping the Dallas Cowboys offense down. And CeeDee Lamb dropping a wide open chunk play that might have gone for a touchdown in the first half. I mean, wide open, lending more credence to what we talked about with our surprise drop-in guest yesterday, Michael Irvin. Maybe CeeDee Lamb isn't a number one receiver. Maybe he needs to have somebody like Amari Cooper at his side in order to get open. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. He needs someone else to take the attention away. And Michael Gallup being out leaves CeeDee Lamb exposed as a non-number one guy. Dropped the ball right in his arms. It's a 6-6 game. The Giants feel like they've got this thing moving in the right direction again. And the ultimate signal of this being a different Giants team and Giants season, Giants feel. Saquon Barkley against this stout Dallas defense breaks a 6-6 tie late in the third quarter with a 36-yard run to daylight and pay dirt. Beautiful cut in between the tackles, running away from people to the sideline and just gaining the edge and not looking back, just like the number 2 overall pick in the draft used to look like and should look like.
Big time speed too, Rich. The next gen stats had him at 20 miles per hour.
There you go, man.
Unbelievable.
He could have been ticketed just outside the stadium in certain parts. And just when you thought this was the Giants' night again and the Cowboys are going to be less than, they put it together. Cooper Rush, man, making decisions, making the right choices, finding different receivers, spreading it around. Tony Pollard making big-time plays like I've been saying, get him out there. 9 plays, 75-yard drive touchdown. And Zeke's looking strong, too. Get it in the end zone. It's trying to eat.
It was a nice little fantasy start. But
9 plays, 75 yards, ties the game right back. And then the defense gets out on the field, gets the Giants to go 4 and out because of some weird call against a Dallas Cowboy who batted down a ball that the receiver was flipping back to the ref. He had no idea. He thought that it was maybe being flipped at him, and he bats it down. Ref flags him for 15 yards. Dallas defense is, so what? 4 and out. Cowboys get the ball back. 11 plays, 89 yards. including a 26-yarder to CeeDee Lamb to set things up on the 1-yard line. And a beautiful touch pass that only CeeDee Lamb could catch, and he did it with one hand while he's putting both toes down in the very slim piece of MetLife real estate left for him to do. Touchdown. That's what a number one receiver needs to do. Run that route, get off the line quickly, make a play, catch it, 2 feet down. Cooper Rush made the perfect throw. Cowboys now suddenly up after Saquon did what he did. I'm like, okay. Next time up, Cowboys gets the Giants 3 and out. Great kickoff, a punt return, sets them up for a field goal. Brett Maher splits the uprights. He was 3 or 4. They're kicking it, they're throwing it, and man, are they playing defense. The number of times that Micah Parsons has already stood above another offensive lineman that he's trying to go against, and that person twitches, I've lost track.
I mean, he is frightening.
How many guys does he get to twitch just by standing there now? He's reached that sort of status in the NFL. Yeah. He stands there, somebody's twitching because they got to get off. They got to get back. They got to get that depth fast because here comes Micah Parsons and Tank Lawrence.
Beast.
On the other side, that's what the Cowboys are doing. And Trayvon Diggs, you can keep throwing at him. He'll try and bag you, and then he shut things down to end the night.
That was a great pick.
Incredible pick. Like, just when it thought, hey, did that hit the turf? No.
Threw his hand out
hit his
there.
hand that was on the turf and bounced right into his arms. Great play.
Credit where it is due, and it is due on the Dallas Cowboys. Now,
still some stuff to work on.
There's still some stuff to work on. I feel for Sterling Shepard. I think this is the end of his season.
Terrible.
It looked awful when he gets carted off. Kenny Golladay, you cannot complain about the number of snaps that you're getting in 1 week and then drop a football the way that you did in a crucial part of this game. Daniel Jones still feels like he deserves better. He makes some nice throws. There are just sometimes he just doesn't push the ball down the field. He's a little too timid. And we'll see how Brian Daboll deals with the first loss. But the Cowboys were, for a hot minute, when Saquon Barkley hopped in the end zone as he did through that Dallas defense. I don't know, by the way, how many 36-yard scores on the ground the Cowboys are going to give up this year. You might have seen just a unicorn right there. I don't think this defense is anything but terrific. But for a hot minute, Cowboys were staring at a 2-game deficit in division on 2 teams. 2 teams. And they came up with that response. Very impressive.